Hey, what's up, you guys? These are the results of the poll that I put out of what I should play next. Metroid Prime almost won, as well as Goemon, but at the very end, Wind Waker won out. Man, you gotta let this song play out. So many memories. 2002, man, I was 14 years old. But I guess the game didn't come to North America until 2003, right? So I was 15. Probably should have been focusing on high school and like socializing and stuff, but I remember sitting at my mom's house just playing Wind Waker for hours and hours. And it was amazing. I'm actually kind of glad this won, because it's gonna be interesting coming back to this after Breath of the Wild. I created this file here using the second quest, because we gotta play as Pajama Link with the little, the crab shirt or whatever he has. Alright, let's do this. Take a trip back in time. That has to be one of the greatest intros in any Zelda game. Just the music and everything. It's just so good. And look at this! It still looks amazing. Oh, and here comes the song and Errol's noise, too. I can't hear the song without hearing Errol's hooey! I'm like grinning ear to ear just seeing this again after so many years of... I don't know. Yeah, just the charm of this game, just... Oh, it's so good in so many ways. I'm glad this won. I know I already said that, but it's just good to see this game again. She's like 3 feet away staring at him with a telescope. I'll read some of the text, but right now I'm just kind of taking it in, listening to the song. The expressions in this game are awesome too. Alright, so we gotta go see Grandma. So I have to confess, I practiced on some of my other files just to get used to the controls again, and man, that took upwards to an hour, and I'm still not sure if I'm fully used to them yet. Because I don't know, coming from the Switch where the right analog stick is below the buttons, which kind of makes sense because that's the way it is on most consoles, isn't it? But yeah, the Wii U, the right analog stick is above the buttons, and the thing is massive too, the gamepad. So it just still feels weird coming back to that after like 300 hours of Breath of the Wild. But anyway, here's Grandma. Special fabric that only the honest can see. That's right, it's the second quest dialogue. What the? Wow, they're really light. I love his face every time. He makes so many great faces just holding up items. Look at Grandma, she's so happy. Not for long, though. Oh yeah, we gotta go see Orca first. It's kind of silly that they left that animation in there of him, like, putting on the new clothes even though it's the same outfit. Favorite soup tonight? Is it Panera Bread's broccoli cheddar soup? Because that stuff's amazing. I think Zelda has a thing with pumpkin soup, because the soup she makes you is orange, right? And then in Twilight Princess, the Yeti makes like a pumpkin soup. Oh, look at these, just seeing these characters again. I'm so excited to just explore this game again. Let's just take our time and grab some of these rupees. The one thing, though, with the HD version is never, except for when you play like the Ballad of the Gales or whatever it's called, when you warp with the tornado, or the sea spout, whatever it is, like the map never appears on the main screen. It's always on the gamepad. And one of the things I want to do is fill out the map with all of the bait and stuff. Man, look at the ocean! The lighting that they in this HD version is just amazing. And this is coming from Breath of the Wild. I mean, obviously that looks better, but... You always wear the same outfit. Get Errol's face in the background. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Okay, getting used to the gamepad and the stylus again. That's feeling new already. Yeah, I would say that this is probably the best introduction to a Zelda adventure out of like every game in the series. It's just so cohesive and has so much character to it. I mean, especially coming off of Breath of the Wild, which has barely anything. It's just great to see all of this again. For the third time. I think I've said that already. Alright, let's do another backflip and go see Orca. Just moving the camera along to the song. The song is so good. You can't hear the song and not be, like, overwhelmed with joy. I don't feel like it's Sturgeon, right? That's his name? I think so. Yeah, we know. I love that, like, ascending chord progression, too, with each hit in this game. There's so much little things in this game. There's just... I don't know. I can't think of the word for it other than amazing. Whimsical, maybe? Charming? Oh yeah, gotta get used to this again too. In one of my files, I'm at Ganondorf, obviously, and I fought him, and I used a fairy, an entire soup bottle, and a blue potion before I could finally beat him. That's how hard it was to get used to these controls again, after Breath of the Wild. And that was before I spent, like, I don't know if I said this already or not, but I went to an island, like, right next to Forsaken Fortress, and I had to destroy, it was one of those islands that has, like, 3 rocks in the middle, and there's cannons all over, and if you destroy all the cannons, a treasure chart appears on top of one of the 3 rocks. And to get to that treasure chest that spawns after defeating all those guys, I died in there, too. I used a ferry in the boat. Because I got bombarded by cannons, and I couldn't figure out how to control the bombs. And, I'm so used to Breath of the Wild being able to climb everything. Like, in this game, I was trying to get to that chest, and I would land, like, on, like, a very minor slope, and Link would just kind of, like, fall through the rock and back into the ocean. And I must have tried a million times. I tried the hook shot, and then I was like, oh yeah, the Deku Leaf. I forgot that was a thing. It's kind of like the Breath of the Wild's paraglider. But then you're like, you gotta adjust the wind in this game. So I adjusted it, and it wasn't the right direction, and I ran out of magic. Like, I swear I spent an hour, after already fumbling on Ganondorf, I spent like another hour just trying to get to that treasure chest. So it took about like 2 hours, or like an hour and a half, just to kind of get used to the controls again. And like I said in the beginning, I still don't really feel like I'm that comfortable with them yet. But anyway, let's get things rolling here. Our first enemy, alright. I was expecting one of those little orb things that they always drop in this game. Oh man, this is one of those stumps that would have like a little nut you shoot with an arrow and then get a Korok seed. That's what it instantly reminded me of. That's another thing, like just seeing all the spots in this game that you would think like a Korok would be hiding after playing Breath of the Wild. You know. Whoops. Grab some rupees before the cutscene. Oh well, we got a few. Wah, wah. It's a Goron noise if I ever heard one. Wow, what's with that getup? Well, whatever. So where am I? Oh, that's right, that giant bird came in. Oh, Miss Tetra! Oh, thank goodness, you're safe. When I saw you dropped on the summit, I thought for sure you'd... Summit? So that bird dropped me on top of a mountain? Well, wasn't that nice of it? Well, don't just stand there, let's go! Time to repay our debt to that bird in full. But miss, what about this boy? Don't worry about him, come on. Hoi! That's probably my favorite word in the whole Zelda universe. Hoi. No, Errol, don't do it! Yeah, go get him, Link! Stupid kid! Get a hold of yourself, she's gone, there's nothing you can do! Yeah, he had the right idea, though. Any good brother would go after his sister like that. Especially a baby sister. I have an older sister, but if I had a baby sister, I don't know what I'm saying. What? You want to come with us on our ship? Yup. Do you understand what you're asking? We're pirates, you know, pirates, terror of the sea? What do we get out of bringing some helpless little kid with us? I'll tell you what we get, a headache. I know how you must feel with your sister having been kidnapped and all, but that doesn't really have anything to do with us now, does it? And how do you figure that? Just who are you? When do you get in butting in on someone else's conversation? Please, all I mean to say is that if you big bad pirates hadn't come to this quiet little island, that poor little girl wouldn't have been snatched away by that bird. And just what do you mean by that? Just be quiet for a moment and I'll tell you. Now, as my work entails delivering letters, I spend much of my time traveling amongst the many different islands. As a result, I hear many things. Haven't any of you heard word that young girls have been getting kidnapped lately from all regions of the Great Sea? No matter, whether you've heard it or not, that seems to be the case. Young girls with long ears like yours have been getting kidnapped, never to be seen again. And unless my eyes fail me, the young girl who was just kidnapped from this island also has long ears, does she not? Much like you do, Miss Fearsome Pirate. The point is that bird mistook that poor girl for you, and that's why it grabbed her. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was young Link here who saved you from the monsters in the forest, wasn't it? Is this true? Oh, and while I'm at it, I may as well tell you that the bird that kidnapped both you and Link's sister has made its foul nest in the north on the heights of the Forsaken Fortress. The Forsaken Fortress? Isn't that the place where... So what are you gonna do? Under the circumstances, I don't think it would be unreasonable for you to give Link a little help now, would it? I don't need you to tell me that. Even if I were to consider it, lately I've heard nothing but evil rumors about this forsaken fortress. You can't possibly mean to go there with nothing but that cheap little sword. That's not brave, it's stupid. I mean, come on, even a simple little island like this should have something you could use as a shield. You know, something to protect yourself with? Anything? Tell you what, if you come back here with something like that, we'll let you stow away on our ship. Oh, and one more thing. Once we leave, you won't be coming back here for a while, so you better go say goodbye to your family while you have the chance. I don't want you getting all weepy-eyed and homesick on me. Alright. I got this camera here. Let's take a selfie with Tetra. I'm not actually going to get the figurines. I have another file with all of them, and maybe at the end of this Let's Play, we'll just peruse the figurines. I don't know why it's not counting. It shows a little icon on the top when it's good for a figurine. There we go. Man, Tetra's a hot babe. I'm just kidding. I actually forget how the pictograph works on the second quest. Like, do you have to do the whole Lenzo thing? Is that his name? Let's get some roops, 'cause it is so fun now. I don't know what I'm doing. Gotta go steal Grandma's roops. Actually, it's probably Link's rupees, right? Probably hit him when he was a little boy. That's a weird angle. You got an orange rupee, that's 100 rupees. Man, can't they just stay consistent with the rupee colors? Or I think it is consistent among the different timelines, right? I can't remember. This game is so good. Alright, let's go inform Grandma of the bad news. Oh man, I don't even know what kind of voice to use for Grandma. I'm no voice actor, man. I don't know. It's gone. You gotta give credit to voice actors. It's really hard to come up with a voice on the spot. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what my own grandmother sounds like. I don't even know what to do now. I'm just gonna be quiet and let the dialogue do its own thing. I forgot all about that. This stupid pose. Grandma, we'll be back for you. Actually, you know what? Let's stop in and talk to Beetle. I think we can buy the bait bag and stuff. I don't know if I'm actually going to fill out the entire map, since again, it barely appears on the full screen and I don't have a way to capture the Wii U gamepad screen.
Thank you!
The best voice clips. Beetle. It's not quite the same in Breath of the Wild. I'm trying to remember what he sounds like now and there.
Thank you!
Probably buy one more set of bait and then another, or not another, but a pair. The face on that pair reminds me of that The Scream painting by whatever the guy's name is.
Thank you! Bye!
Bye! Yeah, I just remember how amazing it was exploring the different islands. Just, I don't know. So I kind of want to replicate that, because it has been so long. I don't remember the grid of this game at all. I just remember Windfall Island being so much fun, all the side quests. Oh, how much longer do you think this is gonna go on, do you think? Do you have an estimate? Are you sure you shouldn't just quit right now? Seriously, think about it. I can tell you're just gonna get more sentimental from here on out. There's still time, you know. Are you sure we shouldn't just turn around and take you back to your island? Link, listen, kid, you can't just stand around on deck. You'll get in everyone's way. I've told Nico to look after you, so you'd better report below decks. Whatever. Let's go talk to him. I don't really feel like talking to everybody. These videos are going to be kind of long as it is. Well now, ahoy there, Swabby. As of today, I'm your superior, Nico. Now, I promise I'll go easy on you, so do as I say. Yeah, whatever. You're no doubt mushy Swabby brain. So now this is the kind of stuff that's going to be interesting to go back to. Just these traditional Zelda puzzles. Like, are they going to feel dumb and lackluster, or are they gonna feel okay still? I mean, I feel like this is a bad example. This rope swinging has always kind of been irritating. Speaking of which, I have no idea how I'm gonna do. But yeah, like I was saying, that first hour and a half or whatever, just trying to get used to the controls, it really stood out to me just how limited the world and like Link's abilities are compared to Breath of the Wild. I can't remember if I have to deactivate this. Might as well, just to be safe. Last thing I need is to get almost there and then have the timer run out. That was weird. It almost looked like I couldn't make that jump. Oh, wait. Alright. Let's see if we still got the rope swinging skills. I seem to remember they changed it a little bit in this game from the original GameCube one. I can't remember exactly how now, though. I no longer have the GameCube game. I sold it to my college roommate's cousin. He came over a bunch of times and he wanted it one time, and I was pretty much done because I was at that point in college. Uh-oh. Go, Link, the timer's ticking. One more. Can we make it? There we go. Oh, man. That was close. So I guess we get the spoils bag this time, right? But yeah, anyway, to finish my story, in college, I was that was when the Wii came out, right? Like, the GameCube was my high school years, I guess. And towards the end of high school and going into college, it was actually the second college I went to because I transferred. I don't know, it was a whole ordeal. But, I just kind of fell out of video games. I kind of hated them. I blamed them for a lot of, like, my social ineptness. Is that a word? Because, like I was saying in the beginning of this video, like, instead of socializing, and, like, the only thing I did in high school was go to football games, and I just walked around. I didn't talk to anybody. I just went because it was the thing to do. So I don't know, I was very like outcast, and I felt like I missed out on a lot of years and was trying in college. Like I got Twilight Princess and Smash Brothers Brawl for the Wii, but then I pretty much like sold my Wii and I didn't care. So like the whole Wii era I kind of missed out on. Anyway, back to the game. Don't tell me you're playing some stupid game for treasure, were you? Well, whatever. There's something you need to see. Have a look over there. That's the cursed or cursed aisle? I don't know how you would say it in that sentence. There he is. Ah, I knew it. Look! Over there. By that window. Have you ever seen so many seagulls flock like that before? I'll bet you anything that's the place where they've got your sister locked up. But it looks like the whole place is under really tight guard. This won't work. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near landing there. What do we do now? I love this part. Just the noises these make. Is everybody ready? Never fear, kid. We're pros. We're gonna launch you good. It's so well done. Just each text box has a different face. Like already, just in this first like half hour, the story is exponentially better than Breath of the Wild. Of course, I guess that's all opinion, but... And again, with Breath of the Wild's open world, non-linear everything, you kind of can't fault it for a choppy story entirely. But then at the same time, you can. Looks like a monkey. Alright, well, she shoved a sword in our, or not a sword, a stone in our pocket. So we'll just get through this text dialogue, but then I think that'll be it for this episode. I don't want to go too far over half an hour. So next time we will continue our adventure and go after Errol in the Forsaken Fortress. So thanks a lot, you guys, for watching. Hope you stick around. And I'll see you for part 2.